a SEO tools tutorial. That is going to be the topic, exactly how you can create backlinks utilizing SEO tools. So I really don't want to waste any time. Hey there, I am Chris Palmer. In today's SEO tools tutorial video, what I'd like to share with you is how you can start creating backlinks utilizing SEO tools. Now, more notably, I want to point out the two tools that we will be discussing today, along with a tutorial and, of course, some tips. The two tools are going to be Scrapebox, and you can go to Scrapebox and check them out to learn a lot more about all the functionality Scrapebox has to offer. And then on top of that, a fan favorite of mine, GSA SER, or GSA Search Engine Ranker. And no, I'm not promoting them. There's no affiliate links. These are just two great tools that I utilize myself. I'm actually going to be setting up a project for myself, so I thought it would be a great way to go ahead and share a tutorial with you today. So, of course, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just get directly into it. Now, I'm going to break this up because this is a stream. What I'm going to do is I want to break up each of the tips and the tutorials into smaller videos. You know, I've been asked numerous times, hey, Chris, can you just break these down so it's a lot easier for us to digest? And I have to agree. Yes, I definitely will. And that's how I want to start doing these. I like to just get all the information out there. I have no problem meeting an hour or two in a day. I consider it part of my day. Hey, I want to go on. I want to be able to teach. And of course, usually when I'm coming on, I'm usually working anyway, so it works perfect. So what are the first things that I want to do, or the very first tip that we will discuss, is going to be utilizing a tool called GSA SER. Now, why I really like, I clicked the wrong button. Why I really like GSA SER, or GSA Search Engine Ranker, is because of the price point of entry. You know, like, in order to get started, it's a $100 bill. Now, on top of that, you're also going to need, you don't need it, but it's very, very helpful. But the other tool that I really like when utilizing GSA is going to be the Captcha Breaker. All right. Now, what's really cool about this is it just runs in the background. Let me see here. Captcha. Let's just look down our little list here. I'm very surprised it's not here. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and fire this up. So Captcha Breaker, what this is going to do is, instead of having to buy credits, you know, from Get Captcha or Captcha Break or whatever service that you like to use, instead of having, again, you know, because it's a long game, I've been utilizing this tool for a long time. Anywhere I could save it or shave a penny, I want to do that. So this is Captcha Breaker. This is an additional $100 for those of you that maybe have never seen this tool or are just being introduced to this. So this is Captcha Breaker. It's very, very easy to utilize services, more options for, all right, no, cancel. All right, so if I come inside of here, what we want to do is we want to come in here. Test, it looks like we are running. Everything is on the up and up, so this is a good sign. All right, so the very first tip that I want to go ahead and do, or what we're going to do first, is this. So we are at, now I have no idea why it says 26:59. I find that to be very odd. Live for 3 minutes, but we're at 27 minutes, so let's just say it's 4 minutes in. All right, so let's say that you were out. All right, so the very first tip that we're going to do at 4 minutes, 7 seconds is list from sources, right? List from text or Fiverr or anywhere, right? So regardless of wherever you're getting the list from, like let's say that you were going out there now and you were to buy, say, some links from, I don't know, Fiverr. Say you bought 10 million or 40 million. You buy the link list, right? And you're like, darn, when they give me the report, it's either in XLSX, so an Excel format. Most of the time they're going to give you a text report. All right. So once you have an actual text report, or say that you've gone out and you've scraped using Scrapebox, which we'll talk about in a minute, and you've scraped in the URLs, we need to be able to get that inside of the tool. So let's go ahead and talk about how we would do this. All right. Now, before I go ahead and do that, I want to set up a new campaign because I need to set up a new campaign. So here's what we're going to do. The very first thing is we're going to come inside of here. We are going to create a new campaign. All right. So let's go ahead and set that up. All right. So this is going to be the fast setup. Let's just say it 5 minutes. Fast setup of GSA. All right. So we're going to do a quick run through because I need to set up a new campaign for myself. So that's what we're going to do. It's just going to be a quick one. So I'll show you how to get it up and running ASAP. So what we're looking for is blog comments and articles. Here, I'll make this bigger. So blog comments and articles. We'll do directories. We'll do image comments. All right. So image comments, indexer, no thank you. Pingback, refer, RSS, no thank you. Social, trackback URL shorteners. I don't want anything to do with those trackbacks. Video adult, web 2, sure. And that's going to be about it. So let's go ahead and get this inside of here. So the image comment. All right. Let's just get this inside of here. Use a random URL from the above on every submission. Okay. Use verified URLs of another project. All right. So edit. So here's what I need to do. I need to go ahead and get this list. Give me a second here. Bear with me here. Oh, is that why you're giving me a hard time? Because there's 2 of you. Okay, that's fine. Get rid of this. Make this small. We're going to come out here. We're going to grab this. We're going to grab this. We need to grab this. All right, so what I'm doing right here is I have a link list. You need to be able to I want to build to a tier 1. It's actually for a test. So what we're going to do here is we want to build a blast of GSA links to a tier 1. And what we want to do is we're testing this out. So that's why I'm doing this. So I needed to go ahead and grab this link list. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come back down to here, open this up, and we will go through here. We'll start our new little campaign here. We'll fire this up. All right. Now we have blog comments, articles, indexer, no thank you, but we do want the image comments. All right. We'll take the social bookmarks, image comments, the shorteners, that's fine, indexer, guestbook, image, and the web 2.0 blogs. All right. So here we go. We have the URL. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and click edit. Now this is how you can build links to more than one place at a time. So what we're going to do here is we want to add URL and anchor text, add URL and anchor text, edit all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add that list in here, because what I am doing is I want to build links to each of the tier 1 assets that are pointing at a site that we own. All right. So we have a home page that has an internal page. I went to that internal page, downloaded all 96 backlinks, and now what we want to do is we want to build links to those links. All right. And that's going to be the test. But not only are we going to do it this way and build them directly, we're also going to include them inside of the articles. All right. But we're not going to worry too much about this. All right. Use URL variations, use the root main. So the keywords, use the main URL with 30%. Nah, I'm not worried about that. House, collect keywords from target sites. Anchor text based on main keyword. House, use keywords as anchor text, yes. Try to use domain generic and anchor text when you have the possibility. So what we're going to do down here is this is a image comment. Now inside of that image comment, what we want to do here anchor text variations, branding, partial match, use keywords as anchor text. That's right. Image comment. Use keywords as anchor text. Partial match, anchor text. No, domain is anchor text. Bingo. Try to use a domain generic anchor with main anchor. No. We just want domain as the anchor text. Use keywords as anchor text. No. So we're going to use domain as anchor text. That's exactly what we want. And this is going to be 100% of the time. All right. Image comment. So here's what we want here. Okay. Website title. All right, website title. Category, what we're going to do here is we're going to click edit, and then you just have to add a level, okay? So I'm just going to name it house. We're going to click OK. What we're going to do here is we are going to go to suggested, and then just click a couple of these babies. So we know we want business. Business is a very large category. We'll do arts and entertainment, but we really want to get business because it's a pretty large one, all right? But we're also going to go down here and we're going to click on these travel ones too, all right? Bear with me here. Oh, not that one. Okie dokie. Looks good to me. Image comment. Okay. Description. The description is going to be this. All right. Right. Let's keep going here. All right. My name, my age, country. Okay. Street. I forget what the format is. Add URL to GSA SER to spin. All right. What's the format? I forget what the format is. Adding 30 URLs to GSA. I think Matthew gives it up here. I forget the formatting off the top of my head. Let's just see here. All right, creates. Yeah, what I need is I need it to give me, there's a way to put it in there and it'll grab from the list and like spin it in there, but I forget off the top of my head how you put it in. Inserting links. Oh, this guy's killing me here. Okay, you're not giving it up in that article, Matt. I know you are going to learn how to blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I wrote it in there. Damn, what is that format? Forget, what do I have? Do I have to type it? I think there's like a modification. That's what I need. There we are. Normal usage, random content. This is good. Special usage. This is good. URL. Okay, user agents. Okay, so can I just put, oh, just like that? That's awesome. I love it. Perfect. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I think what we're going to do is just do, okay. All right. So that's perfectly fine. Calculating. Control A and delete. Okay. B. Oh my gosh, this thing is driving me crazy today. All right, login password. I'm not concerned with that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and go in here. I'm going to grab my little list here. Probably just going to grab these right here. And copy. You can get rid of this. You can get rid of this. Okie doke. We're going to come back into here. And add that there. About myself. No. All right. Data file. That's fine. Blog comments. There's that. There it is. That's what I was looking for. It's freaking percentage sign. See how simple? I knew it was something dumb. Right. So it's percentage sign URL. So whatever that URL is, that's what we want. So it's percentage sign URL, percentage sign. I knew it was something dumb. All right, nickname, this is randomized. Don't worry about that. Description, let's do this. All right, now it might yell at us, but that's okay. I'm actually going to do this. All right, I'm going to let it just do that by itself. Good, 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 good. If I could get it in there, I will. I'm going to kick this piece back over, and then I will trim it out later. So that way there's no hiccup in the videos. When I break this video down later, there won't be any hiccups. All right, so let me just see where we're at so we can, I'll write this down so I can trim it out later for you guys, okay? That way there's no me finicking around. So we're at 1950, okay? So 1950, what we're going to do is a fast GSA setup. All right, so we're going to start right here. Hey there, I am Chris Palmer. In this SEO tools tutorial video, what I want to go ahead and walk you through is a very fast setup utilizing GSA SER. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through a very fast setup. Once you open up your GSA SER, I'm assuming, I hope that you have also fired up your Capture Breaker. So I've turned on Capture Breaker. As you can see here, we have Capture Breaker on. Once you get Capture Breaker up, what you're going to do is you're going to click on your options. You want to click this button here, run as a web server. Of course, there are other things that you'll need to do, all right, previously, like update all of the CAPTCHAs. But once you've updated everything, what you want to do is run as a web server. This is how you'll get everything to actually work. You will go ahead and run in the custom port, turn this on, turn this on. This will start answering CAPTCHAs for you. Make sure everything is checked, all right? Again, this will be a fast walkthrough. Now, what I've gone ahead and did is I'm only going to go for the most effective link types inside of GSA. And in my opinion, and from testing, we have realized that the articles, the comments, the image comments, all right, the bookmarks, the networks are good too, but I'm not utilizing them. The URL shorteners, some of them are good, some of them aren't. I don't feel like weaving through it, so I'm just going to go ahead and add those. And of course, the Web 2.0s. Now, the wikis and the videos also have merit, but for this particular walkthrough, I'm not going to be utilizing them. All right. Now, what we're going to do right here, first and foremost, is we are going to add in the data. All right. So we've started a new project, just so you know. So inside of GSA, we have clicked on the new button. When you click on the new button, this window will pop up. And now we have selected from this left-hand side here which types of links we want to create. Now that we've selected the types of links that we want to create, what I want to do is I want to build out a tier to my tier 1. So I want to build a tier 2. So what I did is I went out and I created a list. How I created the list is I went into Ahrefs. You can use SEMrush, you can use Majestic, you can use whatever you want. I went to the specific page that has backlinks pointing to it already. I downloaded the backlink list. Once I had the backlink list, I put it into a list, okay, as you can see here. I grabbed that list, and the next step was I went over to the very top here under the project settings. Inside of here, I clicked on edit, okay? Once I went to edit, what I wanted to do is I wanted to add URLs, all right? So once you add your URLs, the whole list will be inside of here. Every single one is now added, all right? That's my whole tier 1. Now, the next step that I want to go ahead and do, we can go ahead and just put those, use a random URL from the above on every submission. So every single time, it's going to utilize a different URL. So it's going to use a different tier 1 link. I'm building links to my tier 1 links, okay? So what we're going to do next is we're going to start filling out the data as fast as possible. We want to get this thing up and running, right? So the primary keyword, house, I'm going broad, all right? So it could be house, it could be home. You could put whatever's relevant to you. For me, it's house, all right? The next step, anchor text, house, all right? It actually should be home. Well, we could do, how about house, comma, home? How about both of them, right? The next thing is we are going to use the domain as anchor text, all right? 100% of the time. Domain as anchor text 100% of the time. Now, under the comments, what we are going to do, so what the tool will do is as it is creating backlinks for us, when it's submitting comments, making the websites, doing comments, doing image comments, anything that you have selected, what you want to do is you want to type in this string right here. Now, what I can do here is I think, unfortunately, I can't zoom in, but it's an href equals, all right? Now, it's in quotes. It's do a quote, percentage sign, URL, percentage sign, end quote, Pac-Man this way, and then the anchor text. I hope that you can see this. Here's what I'll do for you. I'll throw it up on the screen just so you have it, because previously, before I started this video, I couldn't remember what the formatting was. All right, it was these percentage signs here. I couldn't remember this off the top of my head, but there you go. Now this is what we're going to add to each one of the articles, image comments, and regular comments as well. All right, so this way, as it is building links, I don't have to worry about it. It'll interchange them as we go, and it'll build naked anchor text to the links for me. All right, so that's what we're going to do. It might yell at me. It might want some text, but we'll find out as we go. That's what's great about GSA. It'll tell you if you're doing something wrong. All right. So what we did here is we did domain as anchor text 100%, image comment, as you can see here, that exact string that I just shared with you. Website title, sell house fast, house. We have, again, I put that string in as the description. Login and password, it will randomize these, as you can see here. About yourself, what I went ahead and did is I just let it go. What I'm going to do, though, is up here at the top, about myself, what I will do is I am going to add in that link type, all right? Profile image, so general profile.png, all right? So I'm sure you've already loaded one in. Twitter URL, so let me just see, why is it asking me for Twitter? Oh, because I have social bookmark. All right, so we can shut that off. All right. Form nickname randomized, so address. That's perfectly fine. Signature, what I've added is this href, so we want this to be the signature. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add that in as the signature is a link. Okay. Randomize on forum nickname and forum password. The address, it's going to grab the data that we already have. Okay. You could preset that up, or you could just not fill it out at all. It's completely up to you. All right. But as we come through here, it's going to go ahead and grab information that we already had preset. Image subject, what I'm going to do is nice, great, good image. Very, very simple. Small syntax, just keeping it as simple as possible. Contact name is going to be all right, we're going to click OK. It might yell at me. Please define some articles first. See how it does that? It needs an article. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to come down inside of here. Just a random location, top anchor text. All right, so what we're going to do here is use first, random word, no link, no change, sentence at the bottom. What I want to do is just a link at a use first present link. Boom. All right, insert up to. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to insert up to 20 links. Verified from projects, no thank you. Insert up to random authority URLs, no. All right, insert up to images in the article, no images. I'm good on the images, but I do want to submit as many links as I possibly can. Insert HTML, nope. Do not submit same article more than one time per account. That's perfectly fine. Now what we want to do here is, now that we've filled this out, we're including extra links, because again, this is for a tiered link building campaign. All right, I'm building links to my tier. I just want to do this as fast as I can. So what we're going to do is use first present link, top anchor text, no thank you. This is perfectly fine. So what we want to do here, just link in a random location. All right, so what we want to do is we want to add, or I'm sorry, and enter manually. The summary is going to be, all right, so we're going to do this URL. Now, just in case, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to my little link list, just in case. I'm going to come back into here, and I'm just going to add these links inside of here. All right, there should be 97 of them total. That is the objective here. All right, it looks like there's a lot of wasted space here. La ra pa pa pa. And there we are. There we go. All right. So that is looking great. Okay, what we're going to do is name this. All right, generate a tile, spin configuration, preview. Minimal. Please wait, scraping images, video links, that's fine. All right, so it is adding these in. It's utilizing the anchor text. It looks like it's added a boatload of them. Darn it, I'm going to have to add that myself, and I hate to have to do that. All right. It's not going to take it. So here's what we're going to do. What we have to do is this. We're going to go copy and insert up to. All right, we got to get rid of these. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a bunch of these, and this right here is we're going to click OK. And then this right here is we're going to actually put 90. So that way we know that it's going to be stuffing as many of those in as possible. We don't want to include anything else. Insert HTML variations. No, thank you. Mix articles to a new one. I'm good on that. And okay. Perfection. Now, that is going to be a very, very fast setup. All right. So that's going to conclude a very quick and brief setup so we can start building links to our links. All right. So that's going to wrap it up for this particular video. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to break this down into another section. All right. So we're at 3230. All right, so at 3230, what we're going to do is I want to share with you how you can upload, okay, how you can upload a list. So let's go ahead and get into that. Hey there, I am Chris Palmer. In this SEO tools tutorial video, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and share with you how you can import a list after maybe somebody shares a text file with you, or maybe an XLSX file, or perhaps you've utilized a strategy such as going to Fiverr, purchasing a list from somebody where you send it to who knows where, but they give you a text document. So how do you get those text links and turn them into a format that GSA can understand? Or perhaps you have ran a campaign on Scrapebox where you've actually scraped tens of thousands of URLs and you want to import them, all right, and turn them into a .sl file so then you can actually utilize this file. So I'm going to walk you through that process right now because I actually have a text file that I need to use. So here's what we're going to do. What you're going to do is once you're on top of the new, all right, we can turn this one off. This is going to be active. What we're going to do is click on options, okay? And I want to share with you how we can get these inside of here, okay? So what we need to do here is we want to come down here to advanced. We're going to click on tools, okay? All right, and what we want to do is we want to add URLs. Okay, so here we're going to grab this. Here's our list. We're going to hit Control A. These are the text documents. We're going to copy it to our clipboard. And now once we're in advanced, we're going to click on tools. And what we want to do is we want to import site list. No, I'm sorry. Import this one right here. Import URLs, identify platform, and sort in. And what we want to do is we want to identify and import URLs from the clipboard, all right, because that's the new URLs. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our engine filter, retry for downloader, save to custom file, text, that's perfectly fine. Desktop. New list for GSA testing. I'm just testing this list out is what I'm doing. Right, we're going to click OK. So now this might take a moment because what it's going to do is it's going to identify what they are. It'll just make it a lot easier. It'll make it a lot easier for later on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wait for that. And what we are doing right now is we're identifying the type of link that it is. It's very good to identify the link. It's looking like quite a few of them are okay. Some of them maybe not so much, but that's okay. That's why we're doing this. I want to identify them for the service. So let's say maybe this would be really very useful if, say, you're utilizing Scrapebox again. You've gone out, you scraped a whole boatload of links, right? Ideally, you want to put the footprints inside a Scrapebox that are going to be compatible with GSA. And the reason is when you go ahead and you identify the platform, you can categorize it, and then you can upload it into maybe one of your identified or submitted lists, and then export as a .sl, and then import as a list. And I'm going to walk you through that whole process. Just bear with me here. We got to wait for this list to upload, okay? Just give me a second here. So once this gets cooking, we will be doing it. All right, so we just have to wait a minute. We'll get a piece of gum. All right. All right, it's looking like it's almost done. All right, shouldn't be too much longer now. Looks like we've identified quite a few, so this is a good thing. All right. All right, should be almost done. Sorry about that. All right, so hopefully we are golden here. We're going to go out here to our desktop. What I'm going to do, new list for GSA. Okay, so it has gone ahead and did that for me. Okay, hopefully this baby is done. Progress. So we have identified a whole boatload. So this could be a good thing. Are you done? I hope so. So 2,549, 872 are unknown. I wonder if it'll work for me. I hope it does. We're going to find out. All right. I can't wait anymore. It'll drive me insane. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come into here. We're going to go here. We're going to go to failed. We're going to go to open folder. All right, finally it is done. So added 2,500 out of the 34. So somebody shared with me 3,400 sites. Out of that 3,400 sites, 2,500 of them are actually viable for this particular system. So what we want to do is just go ahead and save that. So that's cool. That'll just make things run a lot smoother later on. So what I want to do here is I just want to come up here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So we will save that. Okay. Now, what I want to do here is I want to go to the failed folder. All right. So we will come in here to the fail folder, open this folder up, and click OK here. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to open this folder up. We're inside of the failed folder. All right. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to grab that list that we just identified. Okay. So it's just in TXT. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. Services, where is that bad boy? Here it is. All right, we're going to do a cut, open folder, and paste. 63 kilobytes. What we're going to do is we're going to go to this failed. We're going to go to tools. We're going to go to export site list. Failed. We're going to go to the desktop. All right, we're going to call this new list identified. Yes. Testing. All right, we're going to go ahead and go save. All right, so new list identified yes.sl. We're going to go ahead and just save that bad boy. Oh, is it not digging my save? Successfully finished. Perfection. All right, now that we've created a .sl out of the text file, all right, and how we did that very easily was we first and foremost had a text file. We then ran the text file. Maybe I should do this more systematically so we're not waiting, right? What do you think? Should we do that? Yeah, I'm going to do that for you guys. So I wanted them to be concise. I want them to be quick, all right? Sorry about that. For the people watching, I know that could get quite boring, but hey, the end process will be great. So we're at 43:38, and what we're going to do is identify link type, and then create .sl file. Okay, very, very helpful. Very helpful. So that's exactly what I'm going to walk you through as we speak right now. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, hey there, I am Chris Palmer. In today's SEO tool tutorial video, what I'd like to share with you inside of GSA SER is how you can take a list, all right? Maybe you got it from Fiverr, you bought a package, they gave you a text file, perhaps you utilize Scrapebox to go and scrape URLs. What you want to do is you want to identify the platform that the URL is on and know that, hey, does this footprint match and meet GSA SER's criteria? And how you do that is just like this. So say you have a text file. Let's say, for instance, this is your text file. Once you have the text file, what you will need to do is come over here to your options. You're going to go to your tools, okay? And what you want to do is you want to import URLs, import URLs, identify platform, and sort in from clipboard. So when you have your notepad, say you grab all your URLs, all right, so you'll grab your URLs like this. You're going to right click, hit copy, and then inside of your tools, you're going to go to identify platform and sort in from clipboard. Once you do that, another box or bubble will pop up with a graph or a bar, like it'll be like ding, 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 percentage that is uploaded. Once that is done, it will save a text file, another text file for you, but this time it'll only be the types of sites or platforms or pages that you can actually post to utilizing GSA, okay? So now you have that text document. Once you have the text document, the next step is, well, we need to actually get it and put it into a format that GSA really understands. And what that format is known as is .sl, so .site list, all right? So here's how you take a text file and convert it into a .sl file, all right? Very, very important. You're going to need this, right? So here's how you do it. What you want to do is you want to head on out over here to the options, all right? It's up here. Once on options, the very next step, and where I do the conversion is inside of failed. So when you have your text document that has been sorted and identified already, what you will need to do is go ahead and open up that folder, and you will want to add the new identified text file that you have just uploaded. So you will add it to the failed, or maybe you can even make your own custom folder. All right, I just use the failed section. All right, so you take your text document and you're going to put it inside of the failed section inside of GSA. So as you can see here, I click fail, I open the folder up, I added it right here. All right, once that is done, the very next step is you're going to go to tools. All right, once you click on tools, the very next step is going to be export site lists. All right, see this option here? And then you're going to go down to failed. And once you do that, it's going to give you the formatting that you're looking for. So you need to find that text document, name the text document, all right, whatever the new one's going to be, .sl, and export that list into the .sl format. All right, now once that is done, all right, and you have successfully exported that particular site list, the very next step is going to be this. All right, so what we want to do is we want to go ahead and click this. I want to do configure, add folder. Oh. All right, so the very next step is going to be this. We're going to click OK, all right, now that we've done all of that process. But now we want to start utilizing it inside of a project, all right? So here's what we are going to need to do, all right? So what we want to make sure of is this. So we have our thread set up, threads to use 75, all right? I've actually found that turning it down a little bit, it just seems to perform a little bit better, and I have a super fast computer. So I assure you that bringing it down just a little bit, it will start performing a lot better for you. All right, so bring this down. Use non-block, so you configure proxies. Let me make sure I have some in here. It looks like I do. Okay. All right, so I have some private proxies in here, and I have some free boys. So that's perfectly fine. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to highlight our new campaign that we have just created. We are going to right click. And then what we want to do is we want to import target URLs. Now we want to import our target URL from a site list. And what we want to do here is choose your type list. My mistake. Let me make sure I don't have anything messed up here. I think I have everything pretty much good to go. Let me make sure I have everything correct. I think you should do this too. Let me just make sure one thing really fast. Articles, blog comments, images, URL shorteners, and Web 2. Okay. Everything is good to go here. Let me just double check a few things. Okay. Everything is looking really good. Now what we want to do is go over here to our options. And this is going to be the next step to running this campaign and utilizing a list that we just scraped, or maybe perhaps got a text document from a friend, or maybe Fiverr. All right. So now we have the data in there, and that's complete. We've made our selections here. Now we're going to go in here to options. I just want to double check a few things. Ask services or user. Okay. Ask first service to fill CAPTCHAs. Enable custom mode. Verified links must have exact URL. Okay. Enable custom. That's fine. Send verified URLs to index services. No, thank you. I don't want to slow down any resource. All right. Plus, the indexing service with this tool is a little bit lackluster, so don't even waste your time. It's just going to eat resource and take extra time that's not needed. Try to locate a new URL on no engine match. Useful for some engines, sure. Use tags, that's fine. Search engines to use. Okay. Always use keyword add stop words to query with. No, thank you. Use URLs from global site list if enabled. Use URLs linking on the same verified URL supported by some. That's fine. Scheduled posting. No, thank you. Filter URLs. This is important. Okay. So the filter URL section is going to be a relatively important place. Skip sites with more than 100. We're going to just go ahead and just turn this down to about 50. Skip sites with a PR less than. I'm not too concerned with that. We will go ahead and check this one. We're going to scroll down the list. There should be another one. Yep, this one here. That is fine. All right. All right, avoid posting to sites with just IP and no domain. Avoid posting to sites with duplicate IP. At least one keyword must be present on the page. No. So what we're going to do here is we're going to skip sites where the following words appear. So anything that has to do with these words here, I don't want anything to do with them. There are a couple more that I don't like this one. Yeah, like that word is a big no-go for me. All right, if it has this, one more. Okay. All righty. Skip sites from the following countries, skip sites with the following language. So that is perfectly fine. Now, all right. So what I want to do here is I want to right click. I need to go over here to options, advanced. We're going to come on down here to our failed folder. And what I need to do is I'm going to go in here to desktop. I'm going to scroll down to find that .sl file that we have just created not too long ago. All right, new sites. Remember this new list identified yes testing.sl. So what I want to do is I want to, where's that file at? Desky, open folder. All right. I'm just going to put that in there. All right. We can remove this list now, the text file, because we have the .sl now inside of failed. And now what I want to do is build site lists. We're going to click on verified. That's perfectly fine. And of course, the custom. Now what I want to do is click OK. Come back up here. We're going to right click. We are going to import target URLs from a site list from the failed section. Okay. Now I'm going to put this up on 2 and we're going to click start. So we've built 7 links, 2 verified. Here we go. We are off to the races. So we're letting this baby run. We've built 12 links already, 13 links. So we have 13 links already, 14. All right, so this is a new list. I never ran this list before. So this is new, but I have some more here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go out here and we're going to create yet another one, but that is going to wrap it up for this particular walkthrough. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this. How to go ahead and create your own .sls from text files, and of course set up and create your campaign and get up and running as fast as possible. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'll see you then. Bye-bye. All right, so that takes care of that. Bipolar.info. So we have 23, 54 verified. So we built 50 links already. I would consider this list to be pretty good. So what I want to do is I want to do GSA. All right. You know what I like to do sometimes? I like to come out here on the web. Hey, Chris, great to see you. Good to see you, Jake. You responding to questions? Yeah, I am now. It's great to see you. Andrew, this is going to be a great topic, Chris. Thank you, Andrew. Bob Coleman says, hey, Chris, love your trainings, practical and actionable. Thank you. My pleasure. The Jumbo Show, thank you for that donation. I truly appreciate that. I tried most all popular indexers, but no one seems for pretty good now. Which indexer do I use? I would go and check. We use 2. So either go and see SynBite or go out there and go and set up the indexing API and run calls to a page. Use a feeder page and run calls to a page. It works, it's efficient, it's helpful. You can't guarantee indexing if you're thinking that indexing is the search results, but I guarantee you they will crawl those links. Now, whether it makes it to search is a whole nother ballgame, all right? I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee you if you create a page, put the links you want to index or go into the search results on that page, call the API to that page, I guarantee you that if you check the server logs on all of those sites, I guarantee you that the bot was there to those sites. I guarantee it. Like 100%. I'll bet you whatever you want. I bet you every single one of those pages gets crawled. I guarantee it. So there you go. Does your team write a press release for the SEO packages or for service websites? No. You submit the press release. That way this cuts down on so much issue. Like, 90% of people are very, very awesome to deal with, but it's that 10% that I really just want to trim down. So, in order to trim down any type of issue, you submit the title, you submit the article ready to post. We'll post it for you, and I'm priced well below market value for the service. Like, I don't even see people on Fiverr giving up press release distributions for less than what, $40. So I consider Fiverr to be fair market value for some of the things, depending on what it is. So there you go. Now, links is another story. I think, yeah, for press release, citation, stuff like that, I consider that's like the eBay of the SEO world, right? It's like, okay, here's the range. Like, here's the high range, here's the low range. Like, this is the market, right? That's how I look at it. So there you go. Because there's so many people competing for business. I worked on there for a very long time. So that's why I utilize that platform to understand what the price range is. Because, like, why would somebody want to use my service if they could just go to Fiverr and buy it, right? So there you go. But I noticed people doing that type of distribution for press releases specifically. Your Fox Newses, Market Watch, Benzinga. I don't know. There's like 400 or 500 of them. I noticed that most people are doing those between $40 and $50, or usually they'll add it on to, like, say, the Yahoo links. Like, they'll do Yahoo, Business Insider, Market Watch, and like a Globe, right? And that'll be like 7-8 bills, and then they'll throw in the other ones as good measure, right? So I think that's a interesting proposition. Hey Chris, I get a lot of links to images on my website. Is that okay? I don't think that it's harmful. I would be cautious. I don't think that a over amount of anything is ever good, but everything is great in moderation. You know what I mean? That sounds cliche, but that's really what it is. I think that, PBN links, I think that comment links, I think that even a fair level of Web 2s, like, all of these things can be utilized as long as it's not the primary signal that you're sending, right? Like, it can't be the overall 90% of my backlink profile is trash, right? So just be careful there. You're seeing number one in New York SEO keyword. How do you do that? I'm actually I'm doing away with that website. I'm building something else in the background. I basically gave up on that site. Plus, I want to get off that platform. I'll make some videos coming up. I don't necessarily want to be on that platform any longer. So yeah, I gave up on that site. But the New York SEO, I don't really want to go after the SEO terms anymore. Speaking of SEO, SEO Rockstars 2022 is coming up. And they were holding I'm going to be speaking at this conference, SEO Rockstars. So, Dory friend, I'm just ecstatic that I was invited. My friend Clint, Ted, these guys are genius. Dixon Jones, awesome dude. Like, I'm just thrilled that I actually get the opportunity to go here. Mike's gonna be there, my guy. This guy's pretty slick. This guy's really slick. Brock, he's all right guy. Craig, of course, that's my main man. But I'm going to be here, but they held a conference, or a competition, I should say. Sorry. So they're holding a competition, see, SEO contest, And the contest, I did not enter, but calling all SEO guns, right? Think you can rank the other banditos? Like, so it's like all the SEO people are going up against each other. So here's what Chris Palmer did, right? So we have SEO Rockstars. They're number one, of course. We have a Chrome. This is a chrome.google.com. So this is I guess it's an app. Then we have Globe Newswire, and you have to note that Local Blitz is a great friend of mine, and this is like a DR90 website, very, very strong. But when we come to number 4, let's take a look at this press release, right? There's a press release. Here's the page we're competing with, but let's take a look at Chris Palmer ranking number 4. Let's see what Chris did for the contest. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So I'm hoping to get this to pop in there. I am ranking number 4. I'm going to be... people also search for Fast Track. We got Benzinga here, but I'm ultra stoked for this conference. So the reason why I bring this up is I want to know, or is anybody else going? Are you guys going to this one? I don't know if the keyword was SEO Rockstars or SEO Rockstars 2022. I assume it was SEO Rockstars 2022. But the reason why I bring this up too is you asked, well, how did I do it, right? You asked me about how did I rank for SEO Expert 2022, right? Or SEO Expert, I'm sorry, New York, right? Is that what you wanted to know? So SEO Expert New York, this is number 1. But I think ranking is any one of these right here. This is ranking, right? Top 5. I mean, think of all the people that are going after this. So we have New York SEO, so SEO Expert Chicago. All right, number 1 in Chicago. Number 1 in New York City. SEO Expert Los Angeles. These are big cities, right? I'm number 6 in LA. Number 6 in LA. How about SEO Expert Houston? Is this Mayan? Nope, that's Jonathan. Oh, they knocked me down, those buggers. Those buggers. Houston SEO Expert. They freaking knocked me off of the SERP. Those little buggers. Okay. All right. I see you guys. The boys over there in Houston, they really wanted that one. I might go back in there and target that one. But how did I do it, right? That's the question that my good friend here has asked me. We have hey Chris, where is it? Atif. So Atif, how did I do it? Well, I did the math, right? So just like for this page, for SEO Rockstars 2022, how did I rank it? Right? So SEO Rockstars, again, they're having a contest. I did not enter. I did it for fun, just to see if I could get the math right. I miscalculated because I should have beaten this page. I really want to get up here to, if I can, I'd like to get up here. I'd like to get number 1 on this SERP right here, but it's very, very difficult. I want that SERP though. But I counted. Like, I literally just counted up what I needed. I counted. I counted the SERP, dude. Like, literally. So let's say, for instance, you want to win SEO Expert Phoenix, right? All right, I do not see, I guess I don't have one here. So that's okay. So what I would do usually is I would figure out, well, who's the winner? And I've gone over this ad nauseum almost. But the main thing that I'm going to do is I need to figure out and calculate, well, how many links or internal links do I need pointing to that page? That's first. The next thing is going to be, well, what's the word count? Then the next thing I want to figure out is how many headings do I need? How many headings have a keyword in them? Right? What is if I match and mirror the word count, what is the amount of repeats or density for the keyword? So this keyword is SEO Expert Phoenix. It's a 3-word phrase. So I need to figure out a couple things. I need to know the word SEO, the word Phoenix, and the word expert. I need to know how many times they used it and what's the density for the word count, the optimal word count. Then I need to know what SEO Expert is and SEO Expert Phoenix. How many times did they use it on the page? Once I figure that out, if I have enough internal links and enough links pointing to the site and the page, I can rank. And rank to me is usually top 5. Like, you can't always guarantee number 1, but that's what I did on everything. Everything. So yeah, I think and you asked me too, like, I just had this page here. It hit number 4. I just created this page not too long ago. I think I created this like 2 or 3 days ago. Usually it'll tell me here. It'll say like view page source. It'll tell you when they were on the website. Web cache. Okay, October 24th. So 3 days ago. And what I utilized in order to get the page indexed was SynBite. Now, I'm not promoting them. I'm just saying what I used. All right. So what I used to get that page in the SERP quick in 3 days when there's updates going on was this tool right here. It's called SynBite. I know it's in like Chinese or Japanese or Korean. I'm not sure which one, but this is what I used. Vietnamese. Sorry. So you can try it out for yourself. I mean, it worked for me. And I have no skin in the game. It's just a good tool. Let's keep going here. You are seeing okay. I never made them. These are random websites linking to me. Oh, they're linking to you. I would be cautious on what the anchor text is and watch the anchor text. I recently had some trouble with some tomfoolery. I'm 100% sure on who it was. Unfortunately, it's very unfortunate, but with the right amount of domains and improper anchor text, it's a clear signal to Google, and they are dishing out penalties. So I'd be very cautious, especially recently. All right, so be very, very careful getting links to images, especially containing words like home or like in brackets that say website, or it was clearly made with an automated tool, like you were trying to influence unnaturally, the amount of links going to your page. So be careful, my friend. Hey, Chris, please add direct MasterCard payment method in your SEO service website, or do accept Western Union or MoneyGram. We can't buy your service here with PayPal. Well, I accept all credit cards and crypto. I accept crypto, I prefer crypto, to be honest with you. but that's up to you. That is Vietnamese. You are correct, my friend. It is. Honestly, is the money, please accept. Uh, you don't have crypto. I take all CC, my friend. I'm sorry. I take all CC. I take PayPal and I take crypto. I mean, that's what I do. I'm sorry. I don't know how else. I don't know any other way to take payment, my friend. uh, how much SEO leads you get from SEO Expert New York, SEO Los Angeles, etc.? 3 a day? 3 a day, probably, between the two of those. I have other websites out there too, and I have a lot of GMB assets, but specifically from those locations, 3, 4 a day. Couple a day, you know. That's nothing too extravagant, but I get a couple a day. All right. All right, so the tool is running. What I want to do is I want to get in. I answered the questions. What I want to do is I want to get in. So that entire list ended up being 327 backlinks. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to right click and set priority, or what we want to do is verify only. So that list that was shared with me ended up being 300 backlinks total. Not too shabby. Lucky for them, I got something else for them. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to import target URLs. Oh, my mistake. Right click, import target URLs. From site lists. All right, I got another site list. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to whack them one more time. Oh. Alrighty. So what I want to do is I want to copy this. Go here to options. Now this is another list that I was able to acquire. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this folder. And I'm going to paste this in. It should be a relatively large list. Yep. And then what I want to do is I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to go to tools and I'm going to this is going to be the new list. We're going to go to desktop. This is going to be a new SEO testing.sl list. We're going to go ahead and drop it right in there. Give that a second. 333 have been verified. All right. Now what I want to do is stop this. So right now what it's doing is I had a very large list that I got from a good friend of mine. It should be anywhere between 100 to 200 million targets. So this is probably why this is happening. So we're going to turn this off and let that list come up. And while we're waiting for that, what I want to do is we are going to, okay, successfully finished. Perfect. Perfect. What we're going to do now is we're going to right click. We're going to import target URLs from a site list. But before I do that, what I want to do is this. We're going to go to downloads, desktop, all SL, new list, 400. It's 2.96 gigabytes. 3 gigs. It's 3 gigs. Oh, that's a big one. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be too good. Too good. All right, so import from site list, custom. All right. Here, better yet, let's just do it this way. We're gonna cut, and then we're gonna come in here to options, open, A, delete, B. All right, so now we have a site list up in there. All right, we're going to click OK. We're going to right click now. So what I did is I had all those text files. I converted it into an SL, and now it's like 3 gigs. I'm going to upload it, and now we're going to see. We're starting with 334 verified link lists. 334 verified links from one that was shared with me. All right. Now I had another list shared with me from a good friend that should be several million links. So we're going to see how that runs. As soon as I turn it on, it should fly. But what we have to do is we have to import targets from a site list from here. We're going to click OK. And then what we want to do is put this priority as 1. And we're going to go ahead and fire this up. Okay. Set this to active and start. And this should just fly. So we have 334. Now please note I added that same list, so it's probably running through there. That's probably why this is happening. Oh, it's starting. 189 submitted, 335, so we already got an extra one. All right, so we're looking good. We're getting a pretty good ratio here, about a 50-50 split, so that's always good. I really like that. All right, 37. Mm. 39. 40. Ooh, painful. My no follow percentage is significantly increasing. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here to options, submission, and just turn this down to about 50 threads. Search engines. Okay. All right. Let's go look at Capture Breaker and make sure that we are running. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. All right, let me make sure we're running still over here. And we are. Everything looks like it's on the up and up. All right. Okay. Should be up and running. Okay, that looks good. I'm sorry to take up time here. Yep, save the solved captchas. And then there's the unanswered. We're gonna go okay. So 340. Uh, oh boy. So it's just going through them all. All right. Let that run for a little bit. All right, options. Oh boy. Oh man. Sorry, give me a minute. All right. We are going well. Okay. Now, unfortunately, active. All right. It's having a heck of a time. Well, we're getting more submissions, so I'm happy right now. All right. Let's crank that back up. All right. We're going to let it run. Let that work. And let's move on with our lives. Can I be part of an SEO team? TIF SEO, how much do you charge for off page? Have you SEO team to manage all your work? I do, a TIF. I do. I do, my friend. If you run your capture software administrator, it will start up better. Yes. You're right. You are right. I actually think that it's... Okay. So, while that's running, what we're going to do next is we are going to go out there and find some new URLs. All right. So I'll go ahead and walk you through how you can find URLs to post to. All right. And that'll be a lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. We will let this update. It is Haze. My goodness. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Give me 2 seconds. We'll come back and I'll show you how to find URLs and how you can start laying out blog comments. We'll do that next. All right. Just bear with me 1 second. We'll come back to that. All right, Hayes. There you go, buddy. Have yourself a nice drink. I just got to take care of my dog here. Give me 1 second. All right, so we're at 132. For PBN, does high DA matter or high DR? So these do not matter unless there's referring domains to back it up. I think DR is probably going to be a better metric, but you're looking for a consensus across all of the tools, right? So what's the trust flow? What's the DR? What's the DA, right? And then to validate and verify all of that, I like to look at referring domains. And that'll be that. So Emmanuel also asks, during making PBN, is it better to restore the previous website content or create a new blog? I've done both with mixed success. So it's easier just to throw up what was previously there, right? But the stuff that's really old generally isn't the best. But we could go through that. I have a little campaign set up. Maybe I'll walk you through the setup of one of those in a moment. All right, but what we're going to do first, and I might be a little rusty on this one, but that is okay. We will go through Scrapebox. So we're at 133 here. All right, and we're going to do Scrapebox. Find sites to post to. How to. All right. So, hey there. I am Chris Palmer. In today's SEO tools tutorial video, what I'd like to share with you is how you can utilize Scrapebox in order to find a plethora of sites that you can post comment links on. So I do not want to waste any time. I'm going to jump right into the tool here and walk you through how you can start getting literally infinite amounts of sites to post to. So this is going to be the tutorial here. The very first thing that you will want to go ahead and do is going to be getting your proxies in order. Now, for SEO tools, what I like to use is residential ISP proxies. I find that they're the fastest. The probability of getting them blocked is very, very low. So that's what I use. All right, so that's what I have inside of here. These are private proxies, and they are residential ISP. If they get burned, I go in there and I swap them out. All right. Now, what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and get some keywords in here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to come out here to my browser, and we are going to pull up keywords everywhere. All right. And what we're going to do here is we are going to look up the word buy house. Okay. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy these, bring that over here. All right, now we've randomized more. All right, now what this is it's going to go and scrape some keywords that are going to be related to these specific keywords here. Okay, so buy houses in Spain, in the UK, in London, California. We're going to go over here. Okay, go back into Scrapebox. Okay. And now what we want to do here is we're going to just let this go. We're going to go to select sources, and that's Google, and start. We're going to let that run. It's going to go out there and scrape some keywords for us. So as you can see, we're pulling in from Yahoo Search Assistant. We have 135 keywords. We're going 2 levels deep. We are just pulling in some keywords here. All right, so bear with us. All right, now we will... All right, now what we'll have here is this is the results, 370 unique keywords. All right, now what we want to do is transfer results to the left-hand side, but no, we do not. We want to export, save all keywords to file, or save all keywords to Scrapebox keywords. That's exactly what we want to do. Now we can close the keyword scraper, and as you can see here, they've added the keywords to this list. All right. Now, the next thing is we want to go ahead and go to either custom footprint or platforms. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to platforms, and we want to go in here and we're just going to double check and click on everything, but we're going to leave out forum. We're going to leave out contact form, and we're going to get rid of these trackbacks. We have blogs, Ask a BBS, guest books, and image comments. Okay, so we will close that out. And now the very next step is we want to go ahead and start harvesting. So here's what we're going to do. We have our keywords here. We have our proxies here. We're going to scrape URLs that meet and match the platforms that we know we can post to inside of Scrapebox. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to start harvesting. Now, where do we want to harvest from? Well, we want to get rid of Google. We're going to do Bing and Yahoo. Bing actually has Bing will let you get away with quite a bit. So we'll do Bing and Yahoo. All right. And we will go ahead and go to proxy, use server proxies. I think we're good to go here. We're going to start it up. And what we'll do is we'll just wait. If we don't start getting anything, well, we'll try a different engine. Usually, though, Bing or Yahoo works perfectly fine. Alrighty, so what we want to do here is just give it a little wait. I'm surprised it's not pulling anything in yet. Alright, we will stop this. Okay, go back. Alright, so get rid of that. We'll come on down here. My web search, deeper web, search.com, ask, start page, similar site search. I'm pretty sure this should work. So we have 47 footprints in there, 369 keywords. Oh boy. These are sites that we scraped that I did not clear out. So that's always fun. Let's go ahead and fire that baby up. And that'll be that. I'm going to have to remake this video again. I should do the setup and then start, huh? I'm too funny. All right. Now, somebody had some questions related to something else. Let's go see what we have going on. How to find a PBN. I think the best way to find a PBN is by utilizing SEO tools that most, SEO people maybe aren't blocking. Maybe a tool like Scrapebox. Find the backlinks of the backlinks. A lot of times people aren't going to hide everything anyway. So another thing to do is look for the exact match and partial match links. You can quickly find the PBNs. But yeah, I think that's about it. All right, so we're preparing now. Hopefully this starts pulling some stuff in. Well, we're going to have to let that ride out for a little bit. So, in the meantime, we're going to come over here, click on this. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. What we'll do is we will lower the amount of priority, bring this down to a 50, click OK. All right, and we don't want that to go too much. Let that go. 4 proxies, that's right. Okay. This is moving kind of slow. I'm starting to get tired. It's 2 o'clock. That's why. All right, let's answer any other questions. 1, 2, 3 videos I got. Um, Kindly reply to my question. Which question? Oh, okay. So what does it mean 40K characters or shorter for Google News? I just didn't see your question, dude. But what it means is 40,000 characters inside of the article that you submit. So we ask that you go and grab a URL. You have to have a URL of an image. And then on top of that, you have to submit the article inside of a Google Doc. Inside of that Google Doc, the article itself cannot be longer than 40,000 characters. So what that will mean essentially in words is so 540 words is 3,000. So 2,000 words, like, so you have a lot of words. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can have 8,000 words. Like, you could put a pretty big article in there. But it can't be more than 40,000 characters. All the spaces and everything count. So, like, all this counts. All right? Every single thing counts. So, that takes care of that question. Let me see here. Where did you go? Where'd you go, man? I just had you. So that's the 40,000 character rule related to the article or submit website to you. Please clear it. It should be related article about our submit. So you can submit pretty much anything as long as it's not XXX, pharmacy, casino, or CBD. Okay? So anything that is like a regular business that doesn't match that criteria, all right? You have a 40,000 character article limit. You have to submit a photo, like the URL from, I think it's Pixel Bay or something along these lines. Pexels is the name of the site. So you go and find your image, 40,000 characters, put it on a Google Doc, make sure that the Google Doc is editable and public, and then you submit that for us to submit to the Google News Network for you, okay? And we'll be happy to post whatever you would like. You can include as many outbound links as you wish, as long as it reaches that 40,000 character limit, all right? It could be shorter than that, but not more than that. So, can I be part of your SEO team? I'm sorry, we are filled right now. I am looking for a new helper, but not anybody that knows SEO. I like to have people that are new and fresh to ideas. Somebody fresh out of school, ideally. Somebody that is very fluent in English, speaking, and writing, and has zero SEO experience. They might have website or blog article writing experience, but I don't want them to have any past experience with SEO. I want them to learn our process. All right. So your name ends with SEO, so you might not be the best fit for us, but that doesn't mean that there's not plenty of opportunity. Robert says, if you run your capture software, you are 100% Robert. This is blocked out. I'm not sure why. Okay. For PBN backlink high DA, so high DR, we covered that already. kindly reply. I took care of that for you. How to find hidden PBN. We talked about that. Chris, could you tell me how to find metric domains from GoDaddy auctions? The best thing to do is get a DOM detailer account, so then you can go ahead and grab the URLs and then run them through DOM detailer. There's also other services out there that are equal to DOM detailer, and what DOM detailer does is it allows you to run Ahrefs, Majestic, along with all the other metrics in bulk. So you can go to your expireddomains.net, you can grab your list, run it through DOM detailer, get the metrics, referring domains at a very, very low cost. All right. And that's exactly what I use. We use DOM detailer. So search.com is doing very well. That's who we'll probably use moving forward. But DOM detailer is what I use. See? DOM detailer. There are other cheaper options, but DOM detailer is relatively inexpensive. I think I paid $20 for 50,000 checks or 150,000 checks, something like that. All right. So very, very, very helpful. Misfit says, after I get through these questions, I have to go to bed. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning here. I gotta go to bed, but I'll be happy to answer your questions. Misfit says, hey, Chris, do citations placed in web directories like Monta or whatever benefit national SEO at all? Any digital reference or name, address, phone number placed anywhere, whether it's a structured citation on a site like MapQuest or Monta or Foursquare or Apple or wherever, a digital reference, naming, address, and the business name is going to be impactful for your SEO. Okay, so I love unstructured citations. So I personally don't care where the name, address, phone number, and sometimes link show up. Irrelevant. I've seen nothing but benefit. I like unstructured citations massively, especially for local or national campaigns. So the answer to that is definitely yes. Mazumba says, I think he is your paid client. Yep, I took care of that one. Thank you, brother. My pleasure. I'm glad to help. Chris, what is the difference between $20 a month membership and $50 a month membership? I do not know which one you are speaking of. But what I will say is this. I have a $100 membership, which is going to be the SEO testing group, gets most of the past paid trainings. On top of that, current and some of the past tests. Along with that, at $60 a month, that particular group is consultation. We meet every single Thursday, and you also get any of the upcoming trainings. So what I'll do is we meet every single Thursday from 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. And during that time, we talk about whatever the group wants. And then what I do is I teach whatever the new and upcoming training or PDF is going to be. It's a walkthrough day, right? So I try to come out with trainings almost every single month, mini trainings. So that's what that group is all about. As far as the membership on this channel, the objective is to have any of the membership videos. Also, you get your comments actually show up first, and even if that's still sitting there, I still see them. It'll highlight it. I think that's pretty cool. But more notably, on the top shelf or top level on YouTube, as long as you give me the email, zero people as of now have given the email up, but then you get included to the SEO testing mastermind newsletter. I give out one test a week. So I share a test every week. So, I'm doing inside the testing mastermind, we run 3 tests every single week. And then if you're just subscribed to the newsletter, what I do is I give you 1 test a week. So we do 9 in the group, but I give you 1 a week inside the newsletter. All right, so that's the difference there. I talked about the group coaching. I talked about SEO mastermind as a whole. That's the different levels. I have Andrea writing out a nice page for me. to lay all that out so I don't ever have to explain it again. Basically, she's just copying it from the old site. Which Web 2 is more powerful for backlinks? That is wildly dependent on niche. And how you determine that is if you're a plumber in Houston, how you determine which Web 2.0s are most viable is generally you're going to have to come out. I show 100 results, but what you're looking for, here's Dex Nose, Fresh Chalk, Audacy. I know that this is like a platform, like a podcast deal, but any of the sites that show up inside of the SERPs that are Web 2.0, based upon the keywords that you're trying to rank for, these are going to be the most powerful for your keywords that you're targeting. Each SERP is going to be different. Each SERP might show different Web 2s or none at all. But if you take the time to figure out which Web 2s are being rewarded by Google, you'll know which one of the Web 2.0's backlinks are going to be the most viable for you. So usually the easiest thing to do, because they're so inexpensive, you could build 50 for $20. I know people that'll do them for 10. Like, build them all. Build them all and make sure they're branded, and make sure that you're using naked anchor text and containing your name, address, phone number. So not only am I getting unstructured citations, but I'm also getting a branded foundation link back to the internal pages on the website. That's what we do. That's what I do. That's what I recommend. So there you go. But if you really want to figure out which ones are most powerful, it's based upon the keyword and which Web 2s are actually being rewarded by Google. That's how you determine that, in my opinion. All right. Love your show. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate your time. Innovative design. How to crash any Black Hat SEO #1. How to crash any Black Hat SEO #1 rank website. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Thank you, bro. It's my pleasure. Inspirational Short says, how much time you will take to complete your SEO level 3 package for us, please, and tell us about 1400 Google News backlinks time and how much time to complete it for us. All right, so level 3. Level 3 includes level 3 is 2 press releases. So these are, depending on how fast you give us the actual posts, we can have both of these done within 7 to 10 days. The branded Web 2.0s within 7 days. These are within 7 days. 7 days. This should actually say 1400. Interesting. This is wildly dependent upon, because this is a big network. This takes quite a bit of time. This varies anywhere between 7, sometimes it takes them 20 days to get all of the posts up on all the sites. Sometimes this one takes a little bit of time. It's a lot of sites, 1400 sites. So it takes a little bit of time. This right here is 7 days. So 7 days, 7 days. Anything that's truly in-house, we get done within 5 to 7 days, right? Anything that we're leveraging another platform or another network, like I don't own those 1400 Google News sites. I leverage a partner. I have a partner relationship where I'm able to offer that as a service. So unfortunately, that one, it varies. It's wildly dependent upon their team. So, but really, it's because there's so many sites and it takes a long time to post, is what I would venture to guess. But here's if you're curious about any other future services, citations, again, less than a week, done. Press releases, a week or less. Web 2.0s, a week or less. So we did citations, guest post backlinks, a week or less. We talked about that. The Google News, again, that could be anywhere between a week to 2 weeks, roughly. EDU links, 7 days or less. Press releases, again, 7 days or less. These bigger orders with the DAs, we generally get those out in about 5 to 6 days, a week or less. Week or less. This might take us up to 3 weeks. It depends on what's currently out on the market. This is a week or less. Everything is a week or less, generally. Unless there's some type of, like, there has to be something, like, that was my main objective, was speed. So, cost effective and speed. Speed is key. The content, we narrowed that down. Sometimes, like, there's certain niches that my writer's very good at, but then niches that they struggle with, like, some niches come up, like, they just don't know the niche. So it'll take them a little bit more time to create the articles. But usually we're getting out any level or any amount of article in a week or less. Like, the faster ones we can get out in a day or two, depending on what you need content on. So, lightning fast, my friends. As long as you submit all of the required details in a timely fashion, from the time you submit everything, it's a week or less. All right? But we have to have all of the details. And if there's any one detail missing, until we have every single thing, my partners and the people that help me have been instructed, don't do anything until it's 100%. So, again, I have to reiterate, like, until we have every detail, it's a week or less. All right? But from the time we have all of the information, we have to have all the information. And then if there's any uncertainty at all between the communication, like if there's one piece missing on the form, the girls won't start the order. Like, they will come to me and then I'll start emailing you. All right? So, just so we're all 100% there. How much earn monthly on average for SEO work? I mean, how much do you make monthly doing SEO work? I don't think that's, I think that's irrelevant. Less than I should. How about that? But inspirational shorts, quotes, how much time you will take to compete. Okay, so we talked about that. How much do you earn monthly? I think we, ATIF SEO, I think we all strive for more. Whatever it is, I'm sure one day maybe it will be far greater than it is currently. SEO Media says, so to get access to all of the trainings, it's $60 a month. No, it's $100 a month. ATIF SEO says, thank you, Chris. Hey, it's my pleasure. Inspirational Short says, thanks, my bro. If it don't provide 2 times press release, 400 branded posts, will you do for us to pay extra for this? If don't provide 2 press release, 400 brand post, will you do for us? We will pay extra. After your services, will your team chat to us regularly about what needed to do next? We are doubt that your team member will not even talk to us after paying for the service. We are a white label SEO service, right? If you submit all of the details, like, I do offer consultations. If you need chat or if you need help with strategy, I'll be happy to meet with you, right? But you have to book a time for that. But as far as if you come in here and you buy, say, a DR80 backlink where you get to go and pick the site and you submit the content, you submit me the content, I post your content on this site that has this DR. It's a DR68, TrustFlow 59. It's in Poland. This one's in the UK. This one's in Italy. This is in the US. You want this United States site, and this is about merchandise, interviews, and speeches in the United States, DR40. You want this link for $35? We're the company that can do that. You give me the content, I'll post it. It's $40. Job done. Right? Like, this is productized SEO. So I used to do super custom packages and walk people through everything, but you start losing track of everything. And then, like, the next thing you know, you're working 20 hours a day, right? It feels like it. And you're not able to move forward on your dreams and your goals because you're always bogged down, right? So what I have done, and the reason why I do this instead of monthly, I do offer monthly, but only for very specific clients in very specific niches. Like, if you don't fit exactly what I'm already ready for, again, very specific niches, I don't want to do it monthly. But this is productized SEO. I'm offering these sites. If you notice, everything is you give me the content. These right here, I'll give you spun content, it's a post, but here's the price. The price reflects the quality, right? I'm going to give you spun content on a high DR site. Here's the price. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not going to, this isn't monthly, right? That's not, the service is this, and this is the price. If you need time, right, to talk, then there's a price for that. You see what I'm saying? And if you're doing SEO, is that ATIF that asked me that? ATIF, if that's you, my friend, I strongly urge you, like, you have to productize things. Like, this is what I offer, and this is the price. And if you would like to work with us, excellent. I'll do the best I possibly can for you and make sure you're happy. And if you're not, refund, and we'll part ways, and I'll never see you again. You know? But no, but this is actually inspirational quotes. I paid 2 times $10. We doubt. Wait, aren't you inspirational where you said that you can't pay after you service your team chat? We doubt. I paid $10. I don't know what service we bought for $10, but whatever it is, I'm sure Andre and everybody will chat with you. Like, if I go inside of here and I get inside of there, and usually if you open up a ticket, they might not get to it like the very next day, but generally we're going to get back to you. I get a lot of tickets in there, which I'm fortunate. Why does this say that it has harvested 3,200 sites, but yet I'm at 0%? It's mind-blowing to me. Inspirational. What is the email here? I want to go and see what you're chatting about here. I'll go see why or what the heck is going on for you. Go ahead and kick the email in here. It'll block it out. No one else will see it except for me. I won't show it on the screen. Just throw it in there so I can take a look at it. And I love you as well. Inspirational quote. I'd be happy to go in there and check and see what the heck is going on. Citation without an address or phone. No address or phone. So you're just dropping a link? Well, that's just a link. Citation without an address or phone. So just a name and a link. no zip codes, no nothing, I wouldn't consider that I would just consider that a link, my friend. So, I mean, if you're building links, I mean, you're building links. So I'm not sure about that question, my guy. But it's all good. Inspirational share quotes. Thank you, sir. Love you. I love you too, brother. But yeah, if you kick me that email, I'll go and check and see what's going on. I'm not sure what I offer in here for $10, but I'll be happy to go check on the order for you. I'm getting new people. I'm getting even more people. I mean, there's 6 people in here now. So we have been growing. It used to just be me and Eric. Eric has parted ways. When we were doing monthly, we have parted ways. So things have changed, from 6 years ago when I hopped on YouTube for the first time. It was just me and my partner, or my partner and I. That was it. But things have changed, certainly. I've just learned a lot of lessons over the course of time. I really like productized. Like, think about Scorpion, right? Scorpion, what these guys do, or this company does, is productize. Like, if you go see their sites, I assure you that the client sites do not look like this. But this is an awesome company, right? They crank out a lot of work. I'm sure you have seen their stuff everywhere, right? All right, I'm zapped. I need to go lay down. We worked too much hard to teach us. Great pleasure to see you in your videos. You are pro. Thank you, Atif. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Dude, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta lay down. I'm low energy at night. I don't know why I do these videos at night. I just enjoy doing it. Plus, it's like, I know I want to make a video, and it's like, by the time my work is done and I'm like, okay, I have free time, I'm gonna make a video, it's always like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight. I always want to do them during the day, but then I start getting phone calls, or I have a meeting, or like I have a client project, or I'm doing affiliate, or I'm scraping for content. Like, there's usually something going on and I just can't do it. So, mm, we, my friend, I personally, like, in out of all the people that I've been able to help with services, I've had 6 refunds total, right? I so, like, out of all the people that I was able to help, to only 6 refunds. And the only reason why it was even 6 is because a lot of times, if somebody has any type of complaint, usually, depending on what it is, I'll usually just refund, part ways, and hey, it's just easier that way. Like, I had a client the other day. We're working through the new sign up of Web 2s. I think 7 or 8 of the sites they weren't able to get in, or maybe there was an error on them, and they sent numerous messages and they were having a complaint. So I was like, well, you're clearly not happy. I don't want to go back and forth. So in order to, hey, keep the work that is done, and we'll just square up and hopefully we can work together again. I think that that's the easiest way to do things. So that's what I did. But yeah, I have an affiliate program, 15% recurring. Happy to pay it. I would love to pay it. If you can bring new, eager people that are looking for a low-cost white label solution, love to help them out. Of course, I'm working to make the services as good as they possibly could be. Turnaround times that are fast. I'm concerned with turnaround time and having a good product for a fair price. The other thing that we're hiring in for is customer relationship and nurturing. So there's that. People want that constant back and forth. But that's a whole position in itself. The amount of messages and the constant back and forth. Not only do I have to train somebody, but I have to train them on SEO. You see what I mean? Like, because you can't just answer questions. You can't just it's not like, oh, hey, it's not like an app. Like, they're usually SEO questions that could permanently hurt or hinder a business. So that means that for 99.9% of questions, I personally have to answer them because it could directly impact someone's business. That's why it takes so much time to get to questions, because there's questions inside the dashboard. I have to go in there personally and answer them. You get what I'm saying? Because like I could have somebody run through them and just give generic answers, but I don't want to do that. So that's why, hey, it might take me 3 days to get to you, but would you rather me tell you some BS, or do you want to wait 3 days and get the answer? Right? So that's how I look at it. Is that, hey, at least I took the time to go in there and make sure that it was done right. But people want to snap your response, so that's what we've hired in to do. Or the issue is training them to know the answers. So what I've done inside of Freshdesk is I'm making a facts section to where the questions that come in, the girl that I'm training is able to type in the question and it'll give up the related results of answers that I've actually given. So that way they can make a much more informed answer for customers that are coming in, right? Like, when is the best time to build citations? Not everybody knows that answer. How many links should I build on a regular basis? Not everyone knows that answer, right? So, I'm working on it. I'm working. I'm working on it. I love you guys. I care and I love you guys. I appreciate your time. I love doing SEO. I'm not going anywhere. I love you guys. What else can I say? Appreciate your time. Many blessings. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed. I love you. Thank you for spending the time with me. This gentleman that about the $10 or whatever's going on, open up a ticket in the store. All right. Say, hey, I'm the one that messaged you. Whatever the issue is, I'll get to the bottom of it, but put inside the ticket name, talk to you on YouTube, paid money, urgent, or something like that. I'll make sure I get to it in the morning myself. Okay. We'll square that away. I appreciate your time. Many blessings. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Good night. Bye-bye. We appreciate you, Chris. Appreciate you too. Thank you. Good night, guys. Bye-bye. And gals, if there is any girls. I think that my audience is like 98% male. So if there is any ladies out there, it was good seeing you. Good night. Besides my mother. Bye.